bit more about the market size and the problem which you told. Like most of it is unorganized and all that. So honestly, tell me, like, I'm a property owner. Why should I even care about boundaries and how big of a problem is this? Or I mean, is this something just like ठीक है मन के लिए कुछ कर दिया boundary बना दिया? Is it like that? Like, can you just tell me a brief about the market?
Exactly. So this is a very common this thing. See, everybody knows कि ठीक है property है, fencing करना है, पर इतने सालों से पड़ा है. Like maybe it's an ancestral property, दादाजी ने लिया था, कुछ भी नहीं हुआ है, अब क्यों होगा करके. What people really fail to understand is कि जब वो property लिया था, even if you have bought it, आपने खरीदा होगा 10 साल पहले, 20 साल पहले. At that point in time, the value of that property was much lesser, and it was a very small part of your entire investment portfolio. But compared to all the other asset classes which are there, real estate has been giving one of the higher returns point of view. So today, if you see that particular property which you had maybe bought at a very, very low cost, today that has appreciated a lot in value. Now it's become a very, very important part of your complete your asset portfolio. And now if you see that it's also become lucrative for people to do something to it, because a lot of development has happened. A lot of things have happened in and around there. And see, there is one analogy ki when you don't secure something properly और कोई चीज नजर में बार बार आती है ना, तो even let's say, I always give this analogy to a lot of people when they say कि you just imagine कि आपके घर में एक maid servant है. Now this maid servant is very loyal, working with you for the last 10-15 years. You know that you are very safe. If you are going every day to the office and there is a 2,000 rupee note kind of on the table and you're going every day for the next whatever 6 months, 1 year, what will happen is eventually after some point in time, no matter how that person is loyal, like दिमाग में एटलीस्ट वो आएगा, what if I do something to it? Alright, so what happens is when they see that a property is not properly secured, people start coming in it starts off very small. Now let's say a neighbor, what he will do, he will first go and park his car. So now after some time he say nobody's told anything. Now that has become the official parking area for your property. Next, what would they do? Let's say there's a birthday party. So they're like, oh, we want to invite more. हॉल का क्यों खर्चा करना है, ये खाली लैंड है, यहीं पे कर लेते हैं. So what starts happening? The neighbor starts using that land, and over a period of time, like they get used to it. It almost becomes like a part of this, and this is how like problems start happening, and that is how encroachments also start happening. When they see that a property is not secured and slow, they start off slow, and then eventually after let's say 5 years, 10 years, you come there, you get very surprised to see that a structure is standing. And then all the disputes happen, and the person is also, they are now what to say like sentimentally attached to that particular property. So we have seen n number of cases kind of happening. It is like even shocking in Bangalore, like even inside gated communities we have had like disputes happening. And if you go to the stats, I was even taken aback. Like when we were doing our study, we accidentally, as I said, entered into this industry. But after entering in, when we did the study, you will not believe Bangalore is called as the land grabbing capital of India. And why? There is a reason to it. So the stat says, you can Google it, stat says that the amount of land which is illegally occupied by land grabbers in Bangalore is 45,500 acres.
इतना है क्या बैंगलोर में?
Bangalore is much beyond that. 45,500 acres is illegally occupied by land grabbers. Are you kidding me? That is true. You don't.
This is like Bangalore urban plus Bangalore rural, like
yes,
in and around Bangalore.
The complete. It includes the outskirts as well. But you can do a Google search.
45,000 acres.
45,500 acres, and the value of this property is 500,000 crores. When I came across this stat, I was like, no, but there are actually news articles, and like I can share some of those links with you. So it was really shocking. And when we went deeper, like we have been actually seeing so many of such cases happening, where something illegally has got built or the neighbors has encroached something, and even let's say if someone is encroaching 1 feet of your land, now imagine for the entire stretch 1 feet has gone, and today let's say if the land value is even say 5,000 rupees per square feet, like it is
10, 20, 30 square feet.
Yeah, exactly. So it is it's a very, very, what to say, people take it very lightly. but they don't realize that now it's become a very important asset, and unless and until you don't secure your asset, then
people take it very lightly till
Yes.
it happens to them.
yes. And see, even that is what to say. Something can happen, but see, there's also that emotional side of things where let's say if any such problem happens, then it goes into litigation or the stress that you have to go through. And the last thing that you would want in India is a litigated property. We have seen so many cases where like this land is under dispute or this is happening or whatever kind of a thing. And the stats for that are also pretty shocking. Every year in India, let's say out of 1,000 cases that get filed for, let's say, a land litigation kind of a thing, the number of cases that are cleared are just 2 out of 1,000 cases. You just imagine like it's like आप बस court कचेरी में जा रहे हो kind of a this thing, and then you start regretting, why did I buy that property in the first place? You buy so that you get a good appreciation, but it's actually taken your mental peace and things of that sort. And the worst thing, why like say people don't really fence is they feel ki why should I invest on it? So the point is, like when you bought it, yes, fencing could have been like an additional income. But today, when you compare the value of the property, if your value of a property is say 50 lakhs or 1 crore, fencing is like a few percentages, like 1% or less than 1% in some cases. So for a very small percentage, you are getting this peace of mind. So it is really worth kind of doing it, particularly if you're staying far away from the property. Yes, if the property is nearby, let's say it's like next door or something, you can monitor it as like you will at least get some alerts or something of that sort. So it is, again, I can tell story after story.
I would